Hello and welcome back to the Young Gardener. Now I'm here by my strawberry box, and if you haven't seen already, I'm wearing some very snazzy gloves. I'm going to be reviewing these gloves which have been kindly gifted to me, and I'm going to see how they are. I mean, I do like, if you like, I don't know, like weeding some stinging nettles, it's got this lovely here which protects your arms so you can't get stung as easily. I'm going to put these through their paste and see what's happening with them. So let's try these out. They're easy to do that with, no problems with that. Let's have a little look. Let's go. Snip. Oh. Snip. Just cut a little bunch of daffodils. That's fairly easy. I quite like that. I'm going to try if I can wrap them up in some string. Okay, so I've unravelled it. That was quite easy. Secateurs is probably not the job. Alright. So now grab our piece of string. I need a bigger workbench really. Get them. Put them on top. Now, of course, you don't actually need to wear these or doing gloves, but I think this is a really good test to test out the gloves for any YouTubers and bloggers or anyone that likes to use their phone while they're in the garden for photos, videos, all of the above. They do work with the touchscreen. It is a bit difficult. You've got to press a bit hard, but I use this to zoom in with the lens. Zoom out, press record, change all my settings, and that's absolutely, it does work. So you don't need to keep taking them on and off every time you want to do something. Right, this is a bit tricky. Boy, I won't try to do a double knot because I think we've got lucky with a single knot, so I think that's perfectly fine. But that, oh, go on, we'll have another go. Hey. Fairly easy. Actually, that was easier than I thought. I'm going to be very surprised that. So you can, of course, I wouldn't actually do that. I'd actually take them off. But if you, for some bizarre reason, need to do that with them on, you can do so. So if you just want to pop them in some fresh water. So the next test I'm going to be doing is the seed sowing test. Can you sow some seeds with these gloves? I'm going to be sowing some peas, which I know are a pretty big seed, just because that's all I need to sow right now, and I'm quite behind on my sowings. So today I'm going to be spending most of my day in the greenhouse. This is the container-wise deep cell tray. Anyone's wondering? Am I the only one that has like OCD greenhouse where like everything's got to be tidy? I can't have an untidy greenhouse. Well, I can't have an untidy anything really, that's just me. I think sometimes when you're buying gloves, you seem to forget, oh, that looks nice. You just buy them. You never think about the actual, practicability of them, So stuff like this, review videos, and there'll be, I've got a percentage off code in the description below, and I've got a discount code in the description below, and I'll put a link to the gloves, which are from Amazon. Well, they're not from Amazon, of course. It's the other company, which I'll put in the description below as well. But you buy them off Amazon. You have to go to like a strange company or whatever. Right, push down on that. Just because this is peas as well, so there's some big seeds. So imagine if I did, I don't know, something like some spring onion seeds. They'd be pretty difficult. Now, I'm not sure about you, but we have had some absolutely lovely weather lovely weather this past week in the UK. Get out. That's a good thing actually. If you've got any insects in your greenhouse or anything, these are thick, so if they did go to sting me, it wouldn't puncture through because these are actually quite thick. Right, next challenge is trying to write something in them. Right. Oh, a bit hard to hold a pen. It's not the neatest writing, but it's doable, and that's what you need to remember. If it's doable, it's fine. That's what I practically my life. If it's doable, it's fine. Right, let's just spin that round. So the next ones. I've dropped so many seeds. There we go. And yes, I did just chuck the unsieved bits back into me compost for seed sowing. Okay, so the last test, and that last test is testing out the waterproofness of them. So of course the outsides are going to get wet, but let's see if the insides are going to get wet. So my hand is bone dry, the gloves are bone dry. Submerge my hands into the water. Oh. Okay. So they're definitely not waterproof. My hands are soaked on the inside. Oh. They were. I think this bit is, like the hand bit. I'm not quite sure. No. So they're not waterproof. I don't think they're advertised to be waterproof, so nothing wrong with that. They are, but you know, if you do this in the summer, that feels lovely. If you did that in the summer, cool your hands down. So there's definitely perks to them. I actually think, you know, they're great gloves. They really do cool you down, and of course the moisture sticks to the fabric, so it keeps cooling your hand down. So I've actually got some cool hands now. Yeah. So that's going to need doing now is, let me watch, drying out, and then they can be used again. But I think they're actually some great gloves. Okay, let's do a conclusion to the gloves. I think they're really good, especially if you've got like a lot of brambles, a lot of stinging nettles, a lot of things that hurt when you maybe take them out. I think they're absolutely fantastic for that. I think for stuff like your seed sowing, maybe not so great for stuff like that, so, you know, more of your delicate stuff. The tying of the string, the picking of the flowers, absolutely great at that. I actually think they're really good gloves. I mean, you know, I really like the design of them, of how they've got the black there, and they've got like the fabric all there and all that. I actually do really like them. So yeah, as I said, I'll put all links in the description below. Go check them out. I'll get you some sort of discount off, trust me. And then, you know, I really like, if you brought them, I'll get off my link as well. I'll get a small little bit of money, which of course goes back into the channel. So that would also really help. I'm not sure what the price of these are. All will be in the description below, but I actually think they're actually quite good. Really thick. I'll definitely be using these again. These won't be put in the bag and, you know, left to the rocks. So I'll be using these again, and I'm very happy for the company to send them out to me, put them right here, and I'm very pleased, very pleased with the product. Very thick, very nice, really good. So thank you very much. If you don't mind, please like, please subscribe, and please comment down below. It really does help the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.